Welcome. This is your friend, Alakazam ASMR. And welcome to some Yu-Gi-Oh! Content once again. Today, rather than doing a mere booster pack, we will get the rare joy of opening a box, which is generally harder to come around and a lot longer of a video. So, if that sounds like your cup of tea, sit back and relax as we unveil and unbox the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game Legendary Collection Gameboard Edition. This is quite the substantial sized box, so prepare for quite a long video, I would assume. The Legendary Collection Gameboard Edition comes with free cards in the front, and quite the iconic trio. We have the free Egyptian god cards, starting with Slifer The Sky Dragon, Obelisk The Tormentor, and the mighty Winged Dragon of Ra. The free Egyptian god cards, which are given quite the focus in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, and we get free limited edition cards right out of the gate. We take a look at the back of the box. Treasures of the Pharaoh from the Dawn of Dueling. Now this is where things get interesting. We have Yugi Moto and the Pharaoh right at the front. But let's read here. This Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game Legendary Collection contains some of the oldest treasures from the earliest days of dueling. If you missed out the first time, here's a second chance to get your hands on these cards. Included inside, the best-selling booster packs, one pack each of Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, Metal Raiders, Spell Ruler, Pharaohs Servant, Dark Crisis, and Invasion of Chaos. So, we get free awesome booster packs here, one of each, but what stands out to me is you get free booster packs of Metal Raiders, Spell Ruler, and the original Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. You get one booster pack each of the original booster packs, the very start of Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game. So that should make for quite the interesting video. Included in each box of Legendary Collection, a double-sided game board featuring all free god card monsters and some of the most beloved characters from the classic era, my favorite era. All three of the original Legendary God cards, Obelisk the Tormentor in blue, Slifer The Sky Dragon in red, and the Winged Dragon of Ra in yellow. Not allowed in tournament play. There are versions of the God cards that are tournament legal, but not these three. These are purely for collecting. And the most famous monsters, one each of Blue Eyes White Dragon, belonging to Seto Kaiba, Dark Magician, belonging to Yugi Moto, and Red Eyes Black Dragon, belonging to Joey Wheeler. So, we get free god cards, free of the most iconic monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! History, a game board, and 6 different booster packs, all from different eras of the show. This is going to be a fun video, I can tell. So, sit back and relax as we get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Collection Gameboard Edition. Thank you for stopping by, and let's begin by opening the box. It's quite tightly sealed, so you can tell it's brand new. Let's just get a grip here. There we go. This will be satisfying. Completely brand new. There we go. You can really start to see the shine in the box. Look at the color. This nice silver, red with Slifer, blue with Obelisk, and yellow with the winged dragon of Ra, complemented by this silver Egyptian writing. It looks really pleasing to the eye. Nice holographic coloring to it. So, the Legendary Collection. Let's take the lid off here. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We have a game board. I don't know if it's different. Okay, let's see. Let's start off with the game board. Let's see what it looks like. The game board, we can see Slifer the Sky Dragon. Quite the cool monster. So this game board is really quite a nice size. We can see Slifer the Sky Dragon, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Obelisk the Tormentor in the middle, quite sinister. We also at the other side have Black Skull Dragon, which is the fusion of Summoned Skull and Red Eyes Black Dragon, Exodia Necros, which is the dark Exodia that can only be summoned when Exodia pieces are in the graveyard, and the Dark Magician of Chaos, a retrain of the famous Magician of Black Chaos. And we have the Winged Dragon of Ra on the right here. Quite a nicely sized game board. But also there are two sides to this game board. So, we have the monsters here, but if we flip it around, we have this really nice artwork here as well, that is very playable. I mean, it is a game board. We have Joy Wheeler here, Yugi's best friend, and secondary protagonist, Yugi Moto, the symbol of Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself, and Seto Kaiba, his most famous rival. We can see this is set up for gameplay. You have, let's see, you have your field card zone for field cards, 5 monster card zones. You have your graveyard here, deck zone, spell and trap cards, and the extra deck. Now this is quite outdated by nowadays standards, but if you want to play like the original rules, then these game boards are quite nice. It's a solid material. I don't really do tapping, but I'm just demonstrating. I think personally I prefer this side. It's a lot more colorful. You get a lot more characters on the one side. It looks really good. I like the fact it's got the free god cards and the iconic monsters, but also just randomly having these cards on here. I mean, sure, there's not really much reason to have these monsters on the side, but I like the fact they did that. I personally love Exodia Necros. I really like the Exodia archetype. Anyways, that is the game board. Quite the nice little foldable thing. You can simply open up and use if you want to play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game on the other side, or if you just want something flat to put your cards on. So, let's fold this away for now and get to the main reason we are here, the cards. So, Legendary Collection, Gameboard Edition, comes with, okay, we have our free booster packs, Metal Raiders, with Black Skull Dragon behind Yugi, Spell Ruler with Relinquished, and Invasion of Chaos with the Magician of Black Chaos. There we go. So, let's get our promotional cards out of the way first. We have Obelisk the Tormentor here. Let's open them up. Okay, so our promotional cards are all here. We have our, let's see, OCD. Right. We have the free Egyptian God cards. We have in blue Obelisk the Tormentor, Divine Beast. The descent of this mighty creature shall be heralded by burning winds and twisted land, and with the coming of this horror, those who draw breath shall know the true meaning of eternal slumber. Attack of 4,000 and a defense of 4,000. This card cannot be used in a duel. So we have a rare limited edition Obelisk the Tormentor. Okay. Now look at the detail of the god cards. Quite the fearsome monster Obelisk is. Obelisk was most frequently used and associated with Seto Kaiba. So, that's god card number 1. I'll put that appropriately next to the Blue Eyes White Dragon there. We have the second god card, Slifer The Sky Dragon, Divine Beast. The heavens twist and thunder roars, signaling the coming of this ancient creature and the dawn of true power. Attack X000 and defense X000. Slifer's ability and attack would be dependent on how many cards you would hold in the hand. If you had 5 cards in your hand, Slifer would have 5,000 attack, 1,000 attack for each card. He was originally used by Marek, the villain of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 2, and eventually came into the possession. And, apologies, there's fireworks in the background, can't avoid that. We have Slifer the Sky Dragon here, who was used most frequently by Yugi Moto after he gained this card from Marek, the villain of Season 2. Slifer was just really, really cool. And it was quite the fascinating strategy Yugi used to obtain this card. Still blows my mind to this day thinking of it. Slifer the Sky Dragon. 2 mouths and a mighty red dragon. So that's God card number 2. I'll put that next to the Dark Magician, Yugi's signature card. And finally, the 3rd Egyptian god, the Winged Dragon of Ra. Divine Beast. Spirits sing of a powerful creature that rules over all that is mystic. Attack and defense unknown. This card cannot be used in a duel. The Winged Dragon of Ra was the final and most powerful of the Egyptian gods. It was sealed away in a sphere where only someone with the right text could summon it. I can't recall it exactly from my memory, but it would be written in Egyptian, so only one with the ancient language could call upon the cry to invoke the Winged Dragon of Ra's power, take it out of its sphere form, and summon its true form. Winged Dragon of Ra. A beautiful card nonetheless. So that is our 3 Egyptian gods. Winged Dragon of Ra, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and Obelisk the Tormentor. We also have our free signature cards of the TV series. Let's switch positions now. Obelisk Slifer. Rah. So, we have the iconic Blue Eyes White Dragon, used by Seto Kaiba, a legendary card and one of the most famous ones in Yu-Gi-Oh! This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature and lived to tell the tale. An attack of 3,000, defense of 2,500. That's fireworks again. I apologize. But yeah, I love the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I love it. It is still to this day the most powerful card in Yu-Gi-Oh! That is a normal monster. I think the Blue Eye should always remain this way, as normal monsters have no restrictions beyond their levels. Apologies for the fireworks. So Seto Kaiba had 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, which he would fuse into the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, one of the coolest and most ferocious cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. We'll put that next to Obelisk The Tormentor. Next we have the Dark Magician, Yugi's iconic monster. Spellcaster, the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. Attack of 2,500 and a defense of 2,100. Yugi's signature monster, Dark Magician has quite a variety of different appearances. He has this, where he has green skin and this kind of blonde/orange hair. It's commonly used in the artworks. In the anime, the Dark Magician has purple armor and normal colored skin. You also have the Arcana Dark Magician, which was dark-skinned and red and associated with the evil Arcana. And you have the new version of Dark Magician, which is recolored to the Dark Side of Dimensions movie. Dark Magician is a beautiful card and one of the most famous in Yu-Gi-Oh! History, so it's very nice to get one of our own in this special limited edition. We'll put Dark Magician next to Slifer here. And finally, Joey Wheeler's iconic monster, the Red Eyes Black Dragon. A ferocious dragon with a deadly attack, an attack of 2,400 and a defense of 2,000. Red Eyes Black Dragon was the less powerful yet still equally cool dragon monster. Underneath Blue Eyes, Red Eyes Black Dragon was always one of the coolest cards in the TCG. Joey Wheeler didn't originally have this card. He obtained it from Rex Raptor in the anime. It became one of his most iconic cards that he would use in many of a duel. And we'll put that next to the Winged Dragon of Ra. And then we will prepare for the booster packs. I hope you're enjoying so far. So those are just our promotional cards. Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Obelisk the Tormentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and the Winged Dragon of Ra. But the reason we open this box is for the very special variety of booster packs that come inside. So let's just put the cards away at the side for now and look into the booster packs. Let's see. On the left, we have 2 booster packs, Metal Raiders and Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is the original booster pack. Many classic cards shall be inside. This I'm very excited for. They won't be particularly powerful cards, but the nostalgia will flow through you. if you've been around from Yu-Gi-Oh! Since the very beginning. So, Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, Metal Raiders, which was one of the first booster packs. In the middle, we have Spell Ruler, another early booster pack. Pharaohs Servant, which was another good booster pack for Yu-Gi-Oh! And finally, we have the last two booster packs on the right. We have Invasion of Chaos and Dark Crisis. This is a collection of 6 rather unique booster packs, some which are true classics. Having one of each means we will have quite the variety of cards inside. So, sit back and relax as we get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Collection Gameboard Edition, which will include Invasion of Chaos, Dark Crisis, The Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Metal Raiders, Spell Ruler, and Pharaohs Servant. We will go in no particular order, with the exception of The Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, since that's the original booster pack. With the exception of the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon booster pack, I will go in no particular order. I will just leave this pack for last, as since it is the original, it feels appropriate to leave it last, as it will probably bring me back the most memories of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, sit back, relax, and enjoy as we get into quite the variety of Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster packs. Thank you for stopping by. And so, let us begin the video with our first booster pack. Let us begin with Invasion of Chaos. 9 cards per pack. Invasion of Chaos booster pack opening now. Please enjoy. Getting some old school cards in here. Don't want to damage the wrapper, because I might use that later. So, we have 9 cards in Invasion of Chaos. Please enjoy. Our first card's going to be the spell card, Stumbling. Any monster that is normal summoned, flip summoned, or special summoned is changed to defense position. Basically, as soon as a monster arrives, it's switched to defense position. Quite the artwork here. Of a monster tripping over. Stumbling, our first card. The second card is going to be, in fact, I'll leave that out at the back. So our first card was Stumbling, and the second pack card's going to be a spell card, Dimension Distortion. You can only activate this card if there are no cards in your graveyard. Select one remove from play monster and special summon it to your side of the field. A card with the intent for decks that don't have cards in the graveyard, instead allowing you to summon a banished monster. Dimension Distortion. That was card number 2, and card number 3 is going to be, we have a Soul Tiger, a level 4 F-type normal monster, beast, with a description. The soul of a tiger that is said to devour human souls. He is a famous soul that you wouldn't want to run into in a dark alley, 0 attack, and 2100 defense. He has 0 attack, but a level 4 monster with more than 2000 defense is quite a reliable defender. That is the normal Soul Tiger. Very nice. Invasion of Chaos, card number 3, Soul Tiger. Card number 4 is going to be... Oh, isn't this cool? The Spirit of the Pot of Greed. The legendary card that I don't really know what it does, but the Pot of Greed is a famous card that nobody knows what it does, but here is the spirit of said Pot of Greed. A normal, well, not a normal, but a light type level 1 fairy with an effect. While this card is in face-up attack position on the field, if a player activates Pot of Greed, they can draw 1 more card. Attack and defense of 100. You have this card on the field, you activate Pot of Greed, ask the opponent, what does that card do? They tell you, it lets you draw 2 cards. But if this is in the field, you can draw 1 extra card. Ain't that handy? Card number 4 was the Spirit of the Pot of Greed. I've always loved Pot of Greed's artwork. So that was card number 4. Card number 5, an Invasion of Chaos will be. We have a rare Sasuke Samurai number 3. A light type level 3 rare card. Rare indicated by the silver writing. Sasuke or Sasuke Samurai, whichever pronunciation you prefer. Warrior with an effect. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, your opponent draws cards until their hand has 7 cards. So, inflict battle damage with this, they have to draw until they get 7 cards. This can be either problematic or quite useful, depending on your playstyle. An attack and defense of 1000 means you have to really know what you're doing if you want to give the opponent 7 cards. That being said, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! People's imaginations can make anything viable if they want. That is the rare Sasuke Samurai number 3. A rare card. Very nice. So that was card number 5. In Invasion of Chaos. Card number 6 is going to be... We have a Gora Turtle of Illusion. A level 4 water type monster. Aqua with an effect. Negate the effect of spell and trap cards controlled by your opponent that target this face-up card on the field. An attack of 1200 and a defense of 1400. A Gora Turtle of Illusion, a pretty standard level 4 aqua water type monster, but it's immune from spell and trap cards if this is face up in the field. The Gora Turtle of Illusion, our number 6 card, an Invasion of Chaos. So card number 7 is going to be excellent. I'm very familiar with this card thanks to my Demise and Ruin decks. We have Manju of the 10,000 Hands, a light type level 4 fairy with an effect. When this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, you can add 1 ritual monster card or 1 ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. An attack of 1400. Manju of the 10,000 Hands is one of the staples in my ritual monster decks. For its versatility, it's got a solid 1400 attack, 1000 defense, and for your ritual decks, you can get the monster if you need it, or the ritual spell if you need it. Plus, level 4 means it adds quite a lot of stars to summoning a ritual card. And that's why I love Manju of the 10,000 Hands. Look at the artwork as well. Looks cool, functional in a ritual deck, and quite reliable. Manju is a good friend of mine. So that was Manju of the 10,000 Hands, card number 7, and this Invasion of Chaos booster pack. So card number 8 is going to be a level 4 F-type Prickle Fairy, a plant-type monster with an effect. While this card is face up on your side of the field, your opponent cannot attack insect-type monsters. The battle position of a monster that battles this card is changed to defense position at the end of the damage step. 300 attack and 2000 defense. A staunch defender if you have insect-type monsters. If they attack this, the attacker is sent to defense position and protects your insect-type monsters. So you can get some synergy out of a card like this. Prickle Fairy, level 4 F-type monster. And that was card number 8. The final last card in this booster pack is going to be card number 9. A trap card. Cast Seal of the Forbidden Spell. Trap card. Discard one spell card. Negate the activation and effect of a spell card and destroy it. Your opponent cannot activate spell cards with that name during the rest of this duel. So for discarding one of your own spells, you can just point a gun right at your opponent's spell, and they can't use any cards with that name for the rest of the duel. Quite the fun little card to have if you want to really mess up someone's strategy. So that has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Invasion of Chaos booster pack. We received a Gora Turtle of Illusion, a rare Sasuke Samurai number 3, Spirit of the Pot of Greed, Manju of the 10,000 Hands, Soul Tiger, Dimension Distortion, Stumbling, Prickle Fairy, and the Cast Seal of the Forbidden Spell. And that came from booster pack number 1, Invasion of Chaos. I hope you've been enjoying so far. And so, as we opened our first booster pack, we shall then get into booster pack number 2. But which one shall we choose? All we know is we'll leave Legend of Blue Eyes for last. So, after a little bit of shuffling around, we will discover what booster pack will come next. And so, I have decided that the second booster pack we will open shall be Dark Crisis, with Exodia Necros as the mascot of this booster pack. 9 cards per pack. So, I hope you enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Crisis. There we go. 9 cards. Let's hope the heart of the cards is with us today. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark. And so, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Crisis. 9 cards. Our first card is going to be the level 3 F-type Gyakugire Panda. Beast with an effect. The attack of this card increases by 500 points for every monster on your opponent's side of the field. When this card attacks with an attack that is higher than the defense of your opponent's defense possession monster, inflict the difference as battle damage to your opponent's life points. Apologies there, I got a bit out of breath there. 800 attack and 1600 defense. Nothing too remarkable attack-wise, but if you have a lot of opponent's monsters in the field, it gets 500 points for each one. hand, this panda can inflict piercing damage if the opponent is in defense, meaning the difference between the attack and defense of the opponent and your attack can inflict life point damage. So that has been card number 1, the Gyakugire Panda. Card number 2 of Dark Crisis shall be, we have a normal type monster, a level 4 fire, battle footballer, machine, a cyborg with high defense power. Originally, it was invented for a football machine, an attack of 1000 and a defense of 2100. That's pretty damn good, actually. 2100 defense is really good for a level 4 monster, and it's normal, so you can reliably bring it back if it's ever lost. A cyborg with a high defense power. Originally it was invented for a football machine. Gotta love how different Yu-Gi-Oh cards can be. Battle Footballer. Card number 2 in Yu-Gi-Oh Dark Crisis. Card number 3 is going to be Dark Scorpion, Chick the Yellow, an archetype of burglars / thieves. Dark Scorpion archetypes are quite interesting. The level 3 Dark type, warrior with an effect. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, you can select and activate one of the following effects. Return one card on the field to its owner's hand, or pick up one card on the top of your opponent's deck. Your opponent does not look at the card. Select the top or the bottom of the deck and return the card there. So you can really mess with an opponent and place the cards elsewhere. 1000 attack and 1000 defense. Dark Scorpion, Chick the Yellow. He looks quite anxious. I feel you there, buddy. So, that's been card number 3. Card number 4 is going to be, we have a rare card. We have a rare Different Dimension Gate, rare indicated by the silver writing. Different Dimension Gate. Select one monster card each from you and your opponent's sides of the field and remove them from play. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, return those monsters to the field in the same battle position as they were when they were removed from play. So, remove one of your own cards and one of the opponent's, but when this card's destroyed, they come back. Different Dimension Gate. Take one of yours, you take one of them. When this goes, they come back from the different dimension. There's Different Dimension Warrior Lady, quite a cool card in her own right, who shows up in the artworks quite frequently. That has been card number 4. Card number 5 is going to be nice. We have a, oh wow, is that a, damn, is this a, I always get mixed up with super rares and ultra rares and stuff like that, but super rare would just be this holographic stuff in its own, but I think this is a ultra rare. Is it? I'm not too sure. Let me reset. So I'm back. Alakazam ASMR actually did the research for once, after not knowing the answer. It turns out, yes, this is in fact a very lucky pull. We got an ultra rare Kaiser Glider. I always mix that up. Super rares are just the holographic image, like so, but an ultra rare is the gold writing. An ultra rare Kaiser Glider. A very cool card. We got really lucky and the heart of the cards was with us. A light type level 2, 4, 6. A light type level 6 dragon with an effect. This card is not destroyed as a result of battle when this card battles a monster with the same attack. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, return one monster on the field to its owner's hand. Attack of 2400 and a defense of 2200. a solid 1 tribute monster called Kaiser Glider. This is an ultra rare as well, so we got rather lucky. I was actually like, I didn't want to say it was an ultra rare in case I was wrong, and then someone's correcting me going, dude, that's not an ultra rare, but good pull anyways. But in fact, this is one. Ultra rare Kaiser Glider. Love the artwork. A formidable dragon monster with 2400 attack, and quite a nice rarity. Nice pull. So, that was card number 5. Card number 6 of Dark Crisis is going to be Keldo, the level 4 F-type monster. Fairy with an effect. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, select 2 cards from your opponent's graveyard, add them to your opponent's deck, and the deck is then reshuffled. Attack of 1200 and a defense of 1600. Quite the strange looking monster. Keldo, level 4 fairy monster that allows you to take monsters in the opponent's graveyard and add them back into the deck. Can help or hinder the opponent depending on your playstyle. And that has been card number 6. Card number 7 is going to be Spell card, Falling Down. Quite a grim artwork here. Destroy this card if there is no Archfiend card on your side of the field. Take control of one of your opponent's monsters that is equipped with this card. You take 800 points of damage during each of your opponent's standby phases. So, it's basically brain control, change of heart, whichever card that takes control of the opponent's monster, but it destroys itself if there's no Archfiend monster in the field. Also, you pay 800 life points during each standby phase of your opponent. So, it's up to you if that's worth paying the price. And that has been card number 7, Falling Down. Card number 8 is going to be another spell card, the non-spellcasting area. We can see... I recognize those two. Those are the Gemini Elves, a famous normal type monster of elf twins with 1900 attack. I really like their artwork too. Non-spellcasting area. All face-up monster cards, except for effect monsters, are unaffected by the effects of spell cards, other than this card. Interesting. Non-spellcasting area. Nice to get a cameo from the Gemini Elves. They're really pretty. I said that really strange. They are pretty cool, and they're pretty. So card number 9 of Dark Crisis is going to be... nice card. Trap. Sakuretsu Armor. Very simple. Activate only when an opponent's monster declares an attack. Destroy the attacking monster. You gotta love the simplicity of this card. You attacking me, bro? Okay, you're destroyed. That's it. I love the simplicity of that. I miss when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was so simplistic. At some points it was like ridiculously simple. And so, that has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Crisis. We got very lucky in this because we got Sakuretsu Armor, Keldo, Falling Down, a rare different dimension gate, a non-spellcasting area, Dark Scorpion, Chick the Yellow, a battle footballer, Touchdown, Gyakugiri, Panda, and our very lucky pull, an ultra rare Kaiser Glider. What a card to pull in a booster pack, considering we only get one shot at it. That's what's going to make the pulls in this video so satisfying. I only get one of each. If I get a rare card, that's the only attempt I'm going to have at it, unless I find these booster packs somewhere rather cheap. because the older booster packs are still quite expensive even to this day. So I'm quite fortunate to say I own an ultra rare Kaiser glider. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. And so, we have covered Yu-Gi-Oh! Invasion of Chaos and Dark Crisis. And so, we still have 4 booster packs to go. So, which of the 3 booster packs shall we go through next? Stay tuned. And so, I have decided that the next booster pack we shall open is going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Pharaohs Servant. 9 cards per pack. And so, sit back and relax and enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Pharaohs Servant. I'm enjoying getting to see quite the variety of different cards in this video, and I hope you are too. Okay, so card number 1 out of 9 in Pharaohs Servant is going to be, hey, we have a Numinous Healer trap card. I love the artwork with this very pretty angel nurse. Isn't she pretty? Nice little love heart hat as well. Okay, you can activate this card when you take damage to your life points. Increase your life points by 1,000 points. In addition, increase your life points by 500 points per card if there are additional Numinous Healer cards in the graveyard. It's a pretty generic trap. You take damage, you recover 1,000 life points. If you've already used one of these, you will recover 1,000 life points with that second card, as well as an additional 500. Then if you have 2 in the graveyard, you will recover 1,000, and in turn, recover 2 badges of 500, making another 1,000. So it's nice if you want to have a trap that induces healing, with the Numinous Healer. Such a nice artwork. Even to the detail of the color in her eyes. A nice pretty shade of green. So, that has been card number 1 of Pharaohs Servant. Card number 2 is going to be nice. A normal monster, we have the level 2, 4, 6, the fire type level 6 twin-headed fire dragon. Look at that. Pyro monster. You don't see them very often. 2 dragons fused as one from the effects of the Big Bang. Attack 2200 and a defense of 1700. I love normal type monsters for their simplicity, and that's about it. It's just cool to have normal monsters. You don't see them as often anymore. Nevertheless, a pyro type monster, which I feel like needs more support even to this day. Twin-headed fire dragon, card number 4 out of 9 cards. And so, card number 3 is going to be a trap card, and an old school one at that. Enchanted Javelin. Select one attacking monster, gain life points equal to its attack. So, you get saved from an attack, and you gain life points equal to the attack you would have taken. Simple, but it works. The Enchanted Javelin. This particularly works in decks where having more life points than your opponent can empower yourself. That has been card number 3, Enchanted Javelin. Card number 4 is going to be another trap card, Gust. Look at this, the mayhem. You can activate this card when one or more of your spell cards are destroyed, sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect your opponent controls. Destroy one spell or trap card on the field. So, when you lose one or more of your spell cards, you can destroy one or spell or trap card in the field. You lose one, you take one from the opponent, or yourself, if that suits your interests. That is the trap card, Gust. card number 4, Gust. So, card number 5 is going to be... Hey, I know this guy. We have a rare... Hayabusa Knight, indicated by silver writing, the level 3 F-type monster. This Bird Warrior, with a simple effect. Warrior effect, this card can attack twice during the same battle phase. Attack of 1000 and a defense of 700. Having a card, even though it only has 1000 attack, being able to attack twice, opens you up for a lot of options. Plus, it just looks cool. Hayabusa Knight. So, that was card number 5. Card number 6 is going to be... Hey, I like seeing lots of old school normal cards, and here's one of them. The level 4 wind type, Cyber Falcon. A jet-powered hawk that travels at the speed of sound. Machine. Attack of 1400 and a defense of 1200. A basic normal type monster with a cool design. A Cyber Falcon. Very cool artwork. A jet-powered hawk that travels at the speed of sound. And that has been card number 6. Card number 7 is going to be another brilliant normal type card. The level 2, 4, 6, 7 light type fairy called Wing Weaver. Look how beautiful she looks. A 6-winged fairy who prays for peace and hope. An attack of 2750, that's quite a lot, and a defense of 2400. A simple 2 tribute light type fairy with 2750 attack. And look at the artwork. How beautiful is she? And that is card number 7, Wing Weaver. Very pretty. Sometimes I don't even mind if I don't get a rare or an ultra rare. I like common cards as well. And so that has been card number 7. Card number 8 is going to be... We have Gradius, a level 4 light type machine. A high performance jet fighter with power capsules for variable attack capabilities. This is a blatant shout out. Normally you have Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are references to other medias, but Gradius was a shooter game published by Konami. So Konami straight up published Gradius as a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Gradius was one of those shooter games and it's quite fun. I believe it's on the Nintendo Switch subscription service right now. And now, if you wish, you can play Gradius as a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Pretty cool. An attack of 1200 and a defense of 800. Gradius. I want to play Gradius for the Nintendo now. And that's been card number 8. I hope you're enjoying so far. The final card in Pharaohs Servant is going to be another normal type monster. Oni Tank T-34, level 4 F-type monster. Look at that. A demon tank. Pretty much speaks for itself. An armored tank possessed by a fiend that will pursue enemies until they're crushed. Attack of 1400 and a defense of 1700. It's a demon tank. Do I really need to say any more? Oni Tank T-34. And so, we didn't get as lucky as the last booster pack, but you know what? I like getting to see older, simpler, and classic cards. So we got Oni Tank T-34, the beautiful Wing Weaver, the really cool Cyber Falcon, the useful Enchanted Javelin, the Situational Gust trap card, the blatant shout out to another franchise in Gradius, the useful card and pretty artwork, Numinous Healer, the slick and cool twin-headed Fire Dragon, and our rare card, Hayabusa Knight. And so, even though we didn't get lucky in terms of rare cards compared to the Kaiser Glider we got in the last pack, we're still having fun along the way. And that's what matters to me. If I can have fun along the way and I help you relax, then that's all that matters. And so, we have 3 booster packs left. So, the build up to Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. We need to pick between Metal Raiders and Spell Ruler, because we've already cleared Pharaohs Servant, Invasion of Chaos, and Dark Crisis. So, let me shuffle these 2 cards off screen and see what's coming next. And so, we are getting past the halfway point of this video. The next booster pack I have decided we will open is Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Ruler. The further we go into the video, the more classic the cards are becoming. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Ruler, 9 cards per pack. I hope you relax and enjoy. Spell Ruler. I love being able to go near classic cards, mainly because it's familiar territory for me. I feel bad because all you Yu-Gi-Oh! Enthusiasts that like being up to date, for my love of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm quite out of the loop. I don't know everything as much as the rest of you do. So to get back to the old school cards really helps me out. I feel like I'm not so slow, if you know what I mean. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Ruler. Some classic cards will be inside. 9 cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Ruler. I hope you enjoy. And so, card number 1 in Spell Ruler is going to be nice. Lots of nostalgia right out of the gate with the level 5 rock type, Labyrinth Wall. This was a really interesting card. I'll get into that in a moment. These walls form a labyrinth with no exit for enemies. 0 attack, but 3,000 defense. I sometimes like cards that are just a defensive powerhouse, if that's such a thing. Labyrinth Wall was quite unique in the anime where Yugi and Joey had to team up against the Paradox brothers, and they had to actually go through this actual labyrinth and get to the end and fight the Gate Guardian, Para and Dox. This is the card they used. I also remember in the game Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses, Labyrinth was a field type that you simply couldn't navigate through unless you had a certain monster type to go through there. Quite a interesting, fun, and nostalgic card. Labyrinth Wall. So, that was card number 1 of Spell Ruler. Card number 2 is going to be another classic card, Gravekeeper's Servant. Spell card. Unless your opponent sends 1 card from the top of his or her deck to the graveyard, he or she cannot declare an attack. So, if you want to declare an attack, you have to discard the top card of your deck. Pretty good. Puts a cost into every attack you make. So that is card number 2, Gravekeeper's Servant. Card number 3 is going to be another spell card, the Reliable Guardian. This guy's been working out. Increase one monster's defense by 700 points during the turn this card is activated. Classic cards have simpler descriptions than others. Activate this and the defense goes up for 700 during that turn. The Reliable Guardian. That's card number 3. Card number 4 is going to be another spell card, Tailor of the Fickle. Select one equip card and switch it to another correct target. So basically, you change your mind when you want to equip a monster with. This card lets you do that. You want to move an equip card onto another monster, activate this, and you put it right on the other monster. Tailor of the Fickle. That was card number 4. Card number 5 is going to be a rare giant gem. Indicated by silver writing. This thing looks quite disgusting. I love it. Level 2 dark type monster. Giant gem. Ew. It's a big fur ball. Fiend type with an effect. When this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, inflict 500 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points. You can also take cards of the same name from your deck and special summon them to the field in face-up attack position. The deck is then shuffled. So, enemy destroys this, they take 500 damage, then if you've got the rest of the giant gems in your deck, say you have 2, those 2 get summoned to the field. And if each one gets destroyed in battle, it adds up to a total of 1500 points of direct damage. Giant Gem. A disgustingly fun strategy. And it's a rare. Can't complain about that. Quite nice. That was card number 5. Card number 6 is going to be... Ooh, I can talk about this. A level 2, 4, 6, 7. A level 7 Dark Wall Shadow. Warrior with an effect. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by tributing Labyrinth Wall. Equipped with Magical Labyrinth, an attack of 1600 and a defense of 3000. Believe it or not, one of my favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not actually this, but Shadow Ghoul, a level 5 zombie monster with 1600 attack. In the anime, what they did was they used a card to fuse Shadow Ghoul with the Magical Labyrinth, AE Labyrinth Wall, and it would create this Wall Shadow. Shadow Ghoul in the wall of the shadow. Wall Shadow. Okay, it's beginning to make sense. Pretty much what happens is the anime and the trading card game tend to get a bit mixed up at times. So, Wall Shadow is basically the fused form of Shadow Ghoul and Labyrinth Wall. Still, you get the 1600 attack of Shadow Ghoul and defense of Labyrinth Wall. It's quite a cool monster. The original Shadow Ghoul is one of my favorite monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Despite the fact it's not very powerful. I just love the design. Look at that thing. This thing can be in any shadow. Pretty awesome. And that is card number 6, Wall Shadow. Quite the classic card. I'm glad I got it. So, card number 6. Card number 7 is going to be the level 4 Boar Soldier. Level 4 F-type monster with an effect. If this card is normal summoned, destroy this card. If your opponent controls one or more monsters, decrease the attack of this card by 1000 points, 2000 attack, and 500 defense. This was the early trend in Yu-Gi-Oh! When they started introducing tribute summoning. If a card was level 4 and had a high amount of attack or defense, there was almost always a catch to it. In this one's case, If you normal summon this, it's destroyed immediately. And if your opponent controls more than one monster, it's only 1,000 attack points. So it's a powerful 2,000 attack point level 4 monster, but it's very situational, reminiscent of the early Yu-Gi-Oh days. And that is card number 7, the Boar Soldier. Card number 8 is going to be Spell Card, a Mystic Plasma Zone. It's a field spell card. Increases the attack of all dark monsters by 500 points and decreases their defense by 400 points. I like field spell cards, especially the early ones. So, dark monsters gain attack but lose defense. Mystic Plasma Zone. And the last card in Spell Ruler is going to be card number 9. One of the cards used by Maximilian Pegasus. Ooh, Kaiba boy. Jigen Bakudan, the level 2 fire type monster. Pyro with an effect, a flip effect. You flip this face up. After this card is flipped, tribute it during your standby phase to destroy all monsters you control and inflict damage equal to half the total attack of the destroyed cards, excluding this monster, to your opponent. Attack of 200 and a defense of 1,000. So it's pretty much a self-destruct card. Flip it face up, destroy all the cards you control, and then half of that attack goes right at the opponent. So if you sacrifice a lot, you attack a lot. It's up to you if that's worth the price or not. And so, this has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Ruler. We didn't get really lucky with rare cards, but you know what? Nostalgia is just as precious to me. So, we got Jigen Bakudan, Wall Shadow, the creepy fusion of Labyrinth Wall and Shadow Ghoul, the Labyrinth Wall itself, the Wall of Solid Defense, the Boar Soldier, the situational tank of a level 4 card, Tailor of the Fickle, if you're fickle about your equip cards, Mystic Plasma Zone, if you want to have attack for your dark monsters at the price of its defense, the Reliable Guardian, if you want to add reliable defense to any of your monsters, Gravekeeper's Servant, anytime you attack, you need to pay a card, and the rare Giant Gem. What a disgusting thing, and how cool it is. And so, that has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Ruler. We have gone through Yu-Gi-Oh! Pharaohs Servant, Yu-Gi-Oh! Invasion of Chaos, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Crisis, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Ruler. And we have the 2 oldest booster packs left to go. Since we decided this would be the last one, Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, let's get to the second oldest, Metal Raiders. I hope you enjoy. We're almost at the end of the video. Now we get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Metal Raiders, a very old school booster pack. I'm gonna have a lot of fun opening this one, and I hope you will too. So, enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Metal Raiders. Nine cards, as per usual. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Metal Raiders. We have 9 cards. Let's go. Card number 1 is going to be Beautiful. We have what is an extremely popular card, the level 4 wind type, Harpy Lady. Used most famously by My Valentine in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. It's a really fun archetype that involves you using Harpy Lady and related cards to swarm the field with Harpy Ladies. Harpy Lady is a level 4 winged beast monster. This human-shaped animal with wings is beautiful to watch, but deadly in battle. There's lots of support for this card. So beyond just being pretty, she's really cool in battle. An attack of 1300 and a defense of 1400. It's funny how it goes from being a simple, normal monster to, with the support it has nowadays, being such a cool army of an archetype. I gotta love it. Card number 1 of Metal Raiders is Harpy Lady. So card number 2 is going to be... Ooh, we have the level 5 Fiend monster, Morinfin. Quite the strange appearance. It's like a dark fish monster thing. A strange fiend with long arms and razor-sharp talons. An attack of 1550 and defense of 1300. Not a particularly strong card, but, this is one of the very first booster packs. We didn't have to worry too much about it back then. We just liked collecting the cards and playing with our friends. Or in my case, alone. How sad. Anyways, that is the level 5 Morinfin. Quite a cool design for a monster. So card number 3 is going to be... We have a rare electric lizard. In fact, no, that's not a rare. I think that's a short print. Because the text is a little bit different, isn't it? I thought that was a rare for a second. I don't know why. It's a common electric lizard. Apologies for that. A level 3 Earth-type monster. Thunder with an effect. A non-zombie type monster attacking electric lizard cannot attack on its following turn. Attack of 850 and a defense of 800. Quite simple. We didn't have a lot of effect monsters back in the day. So, a non-zombie type monster attacking this can attack on the next turn. Simple. Electric Lizard. Card number 3. Card number 4 is going to be... Very cool. We have the level 3 Earth insect, Cocoon of Evolution. This was given a substantial episode in the anime when it was used by Weevil Underwood, who grew his monster from the Cocoon of Evolution to the Great Moth, and then later, when Season 2 began, the perfectly ultimate Great Moth. Insect with an effect. You can equip this card from your hand as an equipped spell card to a face-up Petite Moth on the field. While equipped by this effect, the attack and defense of Petite Moth become equal to the attack and defense of Cocoon of Evolution. Attack of 0 and a defense of 2000. So Petite Moth starts as a larva, with this guarding it as defense, and it grows into Great Moth, and eventually perfectly ultimate Great Moth. It's not a particularly strong strategy, but it is cool to see this little monster with 300 attack grow into something that can possibly have 3500. Nowadays there are better options, but back then 3500 attack was a really immense amount of power. So, that was card number 4, Cocoon of Evolution. Card number 5 is going to be beautiful. We have a rare Princess of Tsurigi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Princess of Tsurigi. Level 3 wind type monster. Look how beautiful she is. These kind of diamond blades. Warrior with an effect. Flip. In inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points for each spell and trap card your opponent has in the field. 900 attack and 700 defense. So the princess isn't going to be destroying a lot of monsters, but 500 points of damage for every spell and trap they have can be quite useful in the right situation. And besides, even if you don't use it in your deck, she is still very beautiful. The Princess of Tsurigi. Sometimes I just like good artwork. I don't care about viability in the game sometimes. I like just having nice cards. Whether they are strange creatures like Morinfin, beautiful hybrids like Harpy Lady, or just outright weird like the Cocoon of Evolution. I like all Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Variety is the spice of life. So, that was card number 5. Was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I can still count. Good. I'm not that stupid yet. Okay, so that was card number 5, Princess of Tsurigi. Card number 6 is going to be... Hey! We got pretty lucky. The heart of the cards is with us. We got a super rare Karibo. I would even dare to say that Karibo is one of the most iconic cards next to Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. A Dark type level 1 monster with an effect. During damage calculation in your opponent's turn, you can discard this card. You take no battle damage from that battle. Attack of 300 and a defense of 200. Karibo is the epitome of underdog. 300 attack. In the anime, it's laughed off as being worthless. Yet, Yugi was always close to defeat. The enemy was about to beat him. He would discard Karibo and make it back from defeat to victory. Karibo was always so cute in the anime. For being such a weak monster, it was quite popular. I just love how cute this little furball is. I like the fact its eyes kind of look like Pac-Man, and the fact in the anime they decided, you know what, let's make a really weak monster a focus of the most powerful character pretty much in the anime. I like the fact they did that. We got quite fortunate as well. We got a super rare. It's one of the best pulls we've gotten. Super rare Karibo. What a cute little thing. So, that was card number 6. I'm so glad I got you, Karibo. You're so nice. So, card number 6. Card number 7 is going to be a spell card. A Ring of Magnetism. This card can only be This card can only be equipped to a monster on your side of the field. The monster equipped with this card decreases its attack and defense by 500 points. In addition, all the monsters on your opponent's side of the field must attack the monster equipped with this card they choose to attack. I remember this was used in the anime by Rebecca, who had the Millennium Shield. It cuts its attack and defense by 500, but forces you to attack that monster if you choose to attack. She equipped it to the Millennium Shield, which had 3000 defense, so she still had a card that had a formidable amount of defense to overcome, and it forces you to attack it. So Ring of Magnetism can be quite useful. And that was card number 7, Ring of Magnetism. Card number 8 is going to be very cool. A normal monster. The level 2, 4, 6 fire pyro monster known as Flame Cerberus. Known to many as the Burning Executioner, this monster is capable of burning enemies to cinders. An attack of 2100 and a defense of 1800. A basic pyro normal monster with a cool and simplistic design. I always find it strange, though, that this Flame Cerberus is so cool. Why is its backside pink? I'm not complaining, I'm just wondering why it was pink. Then again, they can do whatever the hell they want. I mean, look at that. It's like Fluffy made of fire. That is the pyro fire monster known as Flame Cerberus. And the last card in the Metal Raiders pack is going to be card number 9. Another normal type monster, Hibikimi, if I can say that right. Hibikimi, level 4 F-type monster. Ooh, she looks quite sinister. She's like holding a music note / scythe. She's really cool though. She looks almost like a dark elf from Skyrim or Elder Scrolls. If you've ever played Elder Scrolls, you know what I'm talking about. She looks like a Dunmer / dark elf to me. Warrior confuses enemy monsters with a noise that is harsh to the ears, an attack of 1450 and a defense of 1000. Your basic, normal type monster with really nice artwork. Hibikimi. And so, that has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Metal Raiders. So, we got Hibikimi, the Dunmer / pretty normal type monster, the attractive Ring of Magnetism, the fluffy Flame Cerberus, the electric lizard, the unusual Marinfin, the beautiful Harpy Lady, the progressive Cocoon of Evolution, the beautiful Princess of Tsurugi, and the adorable underdog of Yu-Gi-Oh! Kuribo, super rare. Well, that's us opened 5 booster packs in total. We're almost at the end. We have opened Metal Raiders, Spell Ruler, Dark Crisis, Pharaohs Servant, and Invasion of Chaos. A variety of cards in a variety of packs. But we're not done yet. We have the final pack to open. The original Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm looking forward to this. So, I hope so far along the way you are having fun alongside me. Let us get to the final pack, Legend of Blue Eyes White. And so, it's all been building up to this. To some, there's not much to build up to, as this pack will contain probably the weakest cards, if not undoubtedly the weakest cards out of all the booster packs. But this, the Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, is the original booster pack. It takes no account of power or rarity. I don't care if I get rare cards or common cards, because this will be fun to open. It would be amazing if we got some rare cards, but you know what? Having fun is the name of the game. I actually like seeing some of the weaker monsters as well. You get to see how much the game has really progressed. I mean, you go from having cards as weak as Kuribo here, to cards as powerful as the Winged Dragon of Ra. You get to really get an idea of how much Yu-Gi-Oh! Has truly progressed over the years. And so, we go back to the beginning with Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, I hope you enjoy the original booster pack. We've only got one of these, so let's make it count. May the heart of the cards be with us. Nine cards. Let's do this. So, card number 1, Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. There will be lots of normal monsters in this. So, card number 1 is going to be a spell, a book of secret arts. A spellcaster type monster equipped with this card increases its attack and defense 300 points. Very simple. Shows you how basic things were back then. A simple equip card. Spellcaster, such as Dark Magician, gains 300 attack and defense points. Card number 1, our Book of Secret Arts. So, card number 2 is going to be Normal Monster. Fiend Reflection, number 2. A level 4 light type monster. Winged Beast. A bird beast that summons reinforcements with a hand mirror. Attack of 1100 and a defense of 1400. This bird beast summons reinforcements with a hand mirror. Quite a strange image. Fiend Reflection, number 2. Fiend Reflection number 2 is card number 2. So card number 3 is going to be... Hey, there's a familiar face. The level 3 Dark Fiend, the Dark King of the Abyss. This guy is actually quite interesting because there's an entire story told in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore of this guy. He shows up in the artworks of many cards. Usually him being brutalized by Dark King Dahes and him seeking revenge for his treatment. Dark King of the Abyss. How cool is that artwork? It is said that this King of the Netherworld once had the power to rule over the dark. 1200 attack and 800 defense. Dark King of the Abyss is card number 3. Very nice. Card number 4 is going to be a field spell card, and one of the very original field spell cards, Forest. Increases the attack and defense of all insect, beast, plant, and beast warrior type monsters by 200 points. It's a basic field spell card, used to support insects, beasts, plants, and beast warriors. Forest. You had Umi for water, Forest, Sogen for warriors, Yami for darkness. What else was there? You had Wasteland for zombies and dinosaurs, and Mountain for dragon and thunder. I believe I've got that right. That is the Forest Field Spell card, and card number 4. Card number 5 is going to be lovely. We got a rare Giant Soldier of Stone, a card commonly used by Yugi Moto, and a solid choice even to this day. Out of a lot of these cards that are simply outclassed due to the power creep of Yu-Gi-Oh!, this thing still stands its ground. Giant Soldier of Stone. This level 3 Earth-type monster has 1300 attack, but 2000 defense, which is a nice number to have on a card you can just straight up summon or defend. A giant warrior made of stone. A punch from this creature has earth-shaking results. Rare Giant Soldier of Stone. A good classic card. That is card number 5. Card number 6 is going to be the Dinosaur Yorubi. Level 4 F-type dinosaur. Fast on its feet, this dinosaur rips enemies to shreds with its sharp claws. An attack of 1500 and a defense of 800. Your basic dinosaur beatstick monster. Very cool though. Really makes me think of Jurassic Park. Oh, of course, all dinosaurs make me think of Jurassic Park. That's a good movie. All-time classic. The level 4 Yorubi dinosaur. That was card number 6. Card number 7 is going to be an equip spell, Mystical Moon. A Beast Warrior type monster equipped with this card increases its attack and defense by 300 points. I recall this card. How appropriate that we have the Giant Soldier of Stone here. Anyone who's watched the anime knows what I'm about to poke fun at here. Yugi was facing Mako Tsunami, the water element duelist, and he had previously played the card Mystical Moon to empower one of his monsters. Realizing that the sea empowered Mako Tsunami, Yugi infamously screwed the rules and used Giant Soldier of Stone to destroy the moon, causing the tide to recede, and blow our minds with how little the anime really followed the rules at that point of the show. When I was younger, I didn't care as much for the rules. It's just a really fun show. Now that I'm older, Mystical Moon has nothing to do with water monsters. It's just for storyline and fun. It's funny when you see a card like this in the anime, they go, yeah, let's just have him destroy the moon and it gets rid of water monsters. Let's just run with it. When in reality, the card doesn't have anything to do with water, but in fact, beast warriors. I assume because, werewolves are empowered by the moon and stuff like that. So, it's quite amusing to me that we got Giant Soldier of Stone with Mystical Moon. It's quite infamous, that scene, where people are going, Yugi, what the hell's going on? That's not in the rules. I still love this show to pieces anyways. So, that is card number 7, the Mystical Moon. And I hope you don't mind my stupid rambling. Anyways, card number 7. Card number 8 is going to be another normal monster, the Aqua-type, level 4 water, armored starfish. A bluish starfish with a solid high, capable of fending off attacks, an attack of 850 and a defense of 1400. The armored starfish, your basic water-type defender. Put it in the water, and it's a solid bit of defense at the time. Outdated now, but still a cool little card. And our final card for this video is going to be card number 9. It's not a Blue Eyes White Dragon, but you know what? I shouldn't be expecting that. It's still cool to have the level 4 Wind-type Lesser Dragon. A minor dragon incapable of breathing fire, 1200 attack and 1000 defense. Don't worry, buddy, you're not a Blue Eyes, but I'll love you anyways. Lesser Dragon. After all, this is the original booster pack. You can't get these really. They're really difficult to find, and if you do, they're expensive. So, don't think I was going to pull one of these packs and get like a Blue Eyes White Dragon. That would be like ridiculously lucky. Lesser Dragon, I'm happy enough with that. And that is Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I've had a lot of fun making this video. So we got Lesser Dragon, our buddy, the Fast and Furious Dinosaur Yorubi, the rule-shattering Giant Soldier of Stone in a rare, the Field Spell Forest, the Mystical Moon, which totally has everything to do with the sea, the interesting story of the Dark King of the Abyss, the Defensive Armored Starfish, the Unusual Fiend Reflection number 2, and the handy Book of Secret Arts. And so, we come to the end of this video of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Collection, Gameboard Edition. We open Yu-Gi-Oh! Invasion of Chaos, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Crisis, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pharaohs Servant, Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Ruler, Yu-Gi-Oh! Metal Raiders, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. A really fun video to make. So, why not just for amusement, as we put the cards away, show off everything this box has to offer us. So, let's get the game board out and count down the monsters that we got in this box. So, let's count down every card we got in all 6 booster packs. In our shiny new game board. So, in total, we got a super rare Kaiba, a rare Princess of Tsurugi, a Cocoon of Evolution, a Harpy Lady, Marinthin, Electric Lizard, Flame Cerberus, Ring of Magnetism, Hibikimi, Giant Gem, Gravekeeper Servant, The Reliable Guardian, Mystic Plasma Zone, Tailor of the Fickle, Boar Soldier, Labyrinth Wall Shadow, close together, Jigen Bakudan, our lucky pull of the video, an ultra rare Kaiser Glider, Gyakugiri Panda, Battle Footballer, Dark Scorpion Chick the Yellow, Non-Spellcasting Area, Different Dimension Gate, Rare, Falling Down, Keldo, Sakuretsu Armor, Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell, Prickle Fairy, Fireworks, Stumbling, in the video, Dimension Distortion, Soul Tiger, Manju of the 10,000 Hands, my buddy, Spirit of the Pot of Greed, but we still don't know what Pot of Greed does, Sasuke Samurai number 3, Gora Turtle of Illusion, Hayabusa Knight, rare, Twin-Headed Fire Dragon, the Pretty Numinous Healer, Gradius, shout out to that series, Gust, Enchanted Javelin, Cyber Falcon, the Beautiful Wing Weaver, Oni Tank T-34, Book of Secret Arts, Fireworks again, Fiend Reflection number 2, Armored Starfish, Dark King of the Abyss, Mystical Moon, Forest, Giant Soldier of Stone, Urabi, and our buddy Lesser Dragon. You know what, for some reason I got an attachment to you. So, we have all of our cards in this Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Collection, Gameboard Edition. Thank you so much for stopping by. This has been Alakazam ASMR, and I know this has been a very lengthy, long, and shorty video. I'll have to heavily edit this video, because even though I enjoy getting all these random cards, the God cards, the series, iconic monsters, this video is going to have its hiccups, because I chose to film this when people are outside using power tools, launching fireworks, and generally making me want to use these cards to obliterate them all. Okay, as stupid as geeky as I'm sounding right now, I've really enjoyed making this video, so I hope you don't mind the hiccups along the way. But as usual, this has been your friend Alakazam ASMR, and I've had fun making this video for you all. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And remember, no matter who you are or where you are, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, at your own discretion. As long as you relax. Until then, this is your friend Alakazam ASMR hoping you have a wonderful day. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Adios, my friends.